Antarctic ring. Gog and Magoog. Take one. Action.
The Earth is a flat, finite realm. There is an Arctic ring that was built by Alexander the Great. It is made of iron and copper. This wall, so to speak, has sort of a magnetic pull, a magnetic effect on the Earth realm. Outside the Arctic ring is Gog and Magoog. Gog and Magoog are two tribes of cannibals, 7 trillion of them, who eat each other and torture each other. Torturing each other makes them more flavorful because of the endorphins and the adrenaline. Gog and Magoog were vanquished in the time of Alexander the Great by Alexander the Great for their destructive qualities. They were cutting down trees, attacking people. They were horrible individuals. So he vanquished them to one of the 70 subcontinents outside the Arctic ring, and they grew in mass quantity. Inside the Arctic ring, we have trades with them. There's many pedophile Pizzagate rings that eat people, people eating rings, cannibal rings from the people that are in charge. You got Hillary Clinton, who's like a monster among the Earth realm, who's in cahoots with Gog and Magoog.
So you got the Googs and you got the Magoogs. Come on, let's walk. Basically, the Antarctic ring was built to kick out the Googs and Magoogs. You got some iron, you got some copper. It most likely has an electromagnetic property, which might keep the sun and moon in an orbit on top of the inner flat, finite Earth realm. However, that doesn't mean that there's not a sun and a moon beyond the Antarctic ring for the Googs and Magoogs. We don't really know. But what we do know is that there is a vast amount of natural resources, as Rear Admiral Richard Evelyn Byrd so eloquently put it, beyond the Antarctic ring, which means the price of oil is a fraud, which means the whole stock market is a fraud, which means our paper money literally has no intrinsic value and is completely based on ideas that are actually lies on top of lies. Now, you have the politicians and the higher-ups, the Illuminati, the Hollywood, all that. They're most likely in cahoots with the Googs getting humans for food, because that's what they eat. Hillary Clinton eats humans. Barack Obama eats humans. Katy Perry eats humans. I mean, what more can I say? You know? And we have a source, a celebrity very famous from the 1980s, 90s, even a little bit of the 60s and 70s. Very famous celebrity who's in the witness protection program. And he may have met some of these Googs at a couple parties, and he tells us that they speak in grunts. They may be armed with swords and bow and arrows. Some of them might even have some weaponry through the trades with the government. But when the Antarctic ring melts, they will be invaded. All 7 trillion of them, all 7 trillion of them from every corner of the earth are going to come in here and cannibalize you guys in one day. And you know what? The only thing that's going to stop them is these things called Jinns or Magellans, which we got. It's like little nanobots. We got them all in our bodies and stuff. And when they cross the Antarctic ring, they have no immunity to our nanobots, and they're going to die from our nanobots instead of the other ones. The only way to get rid of the nanobots is to say Mahatbar, say Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Mahatbar, do a spit on your finger you say Shahad with, do another Mahatbar here, touch where the Jinns are, Mahatbar, touch your finger again, Mahatbar, then touch it again, Mahatbar, in an odd number of times. That's from the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And if you don't know about Islam, you got 59 years. The Googs will not invade until Jesus Christ, peace and blessings be upon him, has descended on the wings of 2 angels to end the war in Syria. And at that point, the third caliphate will be established. You know, might have been established a little bit before then. Who knows? But it's coming. 59 years left to Islam. And at some point, I'm guessing around 2026, when there's a double eclipse Ramadan, Imam Mahdi will show up at the age of 40, meaning he was born in 1986 or 85. He's going to show up, put an end to all this nonsense. Then you're going to have to answer to Jesus on the wings of 2 angels. And after Jesus shows up,
Peace and blessings be upon him.
Peace and blessings be upon him. The Googs and Magoogs will invade. So my advice to the listeners at home is to find yourself, find Islam, find your deen, and take solace in the fact that we were blessed with the words of the messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Peace and blessings be upon him. Peace and blessings be upon him.